Imagine a future with zero driving fatalities. That's the goal of ARBE, a developer of an advanced driver assisted system that delivers 100 times the detail in its imaging of anything that's available on the market today, regardless of lighting conditions or weather conditions. Today we're going to speak with Bill Latino, their VP of Sales and Business Development, on this episode of What's New TV. Bill, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. It's great having you on the show. Okay, I'm really excited about ARBE and your product and what you're bringing to market. It really is the future of automotive safety. What can you tell us? I think maybe we'll start off with your tagline here, which is a radar for the road ahead. What does that mean exactly?
So, Jeremy, here at ARBE, we're actually developing a revolutionary radar platform. So we're developing the chips that go into a radar module that will allow for uh, car manufacturers and tier one selling to the car manufacturers to be able to build a radar that will work in all weather conditions, handle all levels of autonomy, whether it's a level two plus for ADAS or level four, level five for future fully automated vehicles.
Okay, then you're talking about 100 times more detailed image than anything that's available on the market today. Obviously, the technology is proprietary, so I don't expect you to divulge your secret sauce, but what can you tell us? How are you able to get, because as you say, this is not an evolution, this is not the next step, this is a total revolution. The technology is making a massive leap forward. How are some of the ways that you're able to achieve this and do it at a way where the end consumer is not going to be feeling the cost?
Well, there's a couple of things here, Jeremy. So um, we're able to achieve very high angular resolution. And when we talk about angular resolution, we're talking about the distance between objects. So if you have two people standing next to you, how close can they be standing next to each other such that you can detect that there's two people there instead of just one? Today's radars are 3x4 radars, so three transmit channels, four receive channels. Some of them are cascaded to get a little higher channel count, but still the resolution is not where it needs to be in azimuth and clearly not in elevation. In fact, most radars don't have elevation resolution today. So what ARBE provides is a very high channel count. We do a 48 by 48, 48 transmit by 48 receive, over 2,200 virtual antennas. The way we're able to do this is what, as I said before, we've done our own silicon. So we have our own RF devices, our own digital baseband device, and we can allow for a very high channel count and be able to take in all that data. Naturally, with more channels, you can have more data and be able to take in that data and compute it and provide an image that's very similar to LiDAR and camera. So again, very high resolution. We can see 1 degree angular resolution in azimuth, 2 degree angular resolution in elevation. So I can see two people standing next to each other, or I can see stationary targets versus moving targets. So we have examples of videos on our website where going down a small street or narrow street in Tel Aviv where a person cutting in front of the vehicle, we're able to pick up that person very clearly. A person walking a dog, we can show that we can pick up the person as well as pick up the dog. Someone getting out of their car on the passenger side or street side, we're able to pick up that person leaving the vehicle. So these are things that radars have a very difficult time today picking up, and we're able to achieve that with our solution.
Okay. And as far as the business model goes, this is strictly B2B. Is there some B2C? If I've got a aftermarket 1967 fastback Mustang retro mod and I want to toss this in there, is there a chance for me to do this? Or is this something where strictly you're going to be talking to car manufacturers and that's the only way for end users to benefit from this advanced safety?
Well, if you look at the autonomous vehicle and how much data is going to have to be calculated, you're looking at radar is just one part of the whole fusion sensor system. You have high definition camera working with radar. In some cases, you may even have LiDAR. And there are also small radars around the vehicle to do parking assist and so forth. So all that information needs to be fed into the central computer in the car, and then decisions are need to be made. It's very difficult to retrofit a car that does not have that functionality. Even a car with level 1 or level 2 functionality today. So if you look at automatic braking or advanced or lane change assist, those functions, the amount of data that's being calculated is not on the same level as what it's going to be for a fully autonomous vehicle. So the answer is it's going to be very difficult to retrofit even some of the cars we have today with the more advanced features. But that's not saying that there aren't companies that are actually working on this.
Right. I'm sure. So let's take a little bit of a look into the future. Where do you see things in the industry as a whole, as far as autonomous vehicles or driver assist vehicles? Where's the technology going 5 years out from now?
So the timeline is a little difficult. Things are actually getting moved out somewhat. With this virus, with this pandemic, things have kind of slowed down. The tier ones providing to the OEMs are, some of those projects have been delayed or furloughed until the market changes. What is happening is some OEMs are working very closely with tier ones along with ourselves to develop this revolutionary radar. So activity still happens when an OEM, a tier one, and a supplier, a tier two, like ourselves, are involved in the development. The other area we see moving forward, actually two other areas, is pods. So delivery vehicles. You see the last mile, so delivering food, medicine, clothing. So that last mile delivery service is really important, especially with the pandemic that the world's witnessing right now. The other one is trucks. Autonomous trucks are more accepted on the road than autonomous vehicles or autonomous cars. Um, if you look at a computer, people trust a computer driving a truck versus a tired driver. And in the US, for example, truck drivers only allowed to drive 13 plus hours. So from a trucking company standpoint, having a fully autonomous truck delivering vehicles 24/7 or delivering packages 24/7, this basically will pay for itself. And the driving public are willing to accept autonomous vehicles on the road. They see a computer is much more safer than a tired driver. So I think pods and trucks will be probably the first to market, and we'll see them in the next 3 to 5 years.
Fantastic, Bill. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time to learn more about ARBE and to share what we're doing to your audience.
Incredibly interesting stuff, and it makes the future just that much more exciting. Something to look forward to in these less than exciting times. It's always nice to have something positive to look forward to.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
And thanks to all of you for watching. We certainly appreciate you joining us. If you like the show, please let us know. Like, share, and subscribe. And of course, we certainly enjoy those comments down in the comment section. If you have any additional comments for Bill, or questions rather, leave them in the comment section down below. We'll make sure he gets those. Until next time, I'm Jeremy Ladner, and this is What's New.